Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to build an AI agent that can handle customer chats, check stocks from Google Sheets, places orders and automatically updates inventory all inside n8n. Now just a heads up, in this video I'm not going to explain how to create your own n8n account or set up your open API key. If you need help with those topics, then just drop a comments below. I'll create a separate video for that so this one doesn't get too long. This workflow is perfect if you are running a small e-commerce brand or if you want to automate your support and sales process. So it's going to be very basic but good enough to do the job, and in the future we can always expand and make it even better. So let's get started. So in the screen what you see, this is what we are going to create today. If you open the chat, ask a question: do you have case for iPhone 14 Pro? You can see the AI agent is running. So it gives an answer: welcome to my Apple case. Yes, we have this cases with pictures. It asks if you want to place an order. Yes, please. So it says that to place an order you need some more informations. Normally what happens with e-commerce business. So name is Roberto Carlos, phone number is random for now for test purpose, address is Rio, how much I want, probably 3. Let's put that. Let's see what happens. So it's, if you see, it's running and it placing order. If you see all this check mark, it places out orders and updates it. So it says, welcome to my Apple, your order for 3 MagSafe wallet case for iPhone 14 Pro has been placed successfully. We now have 86 cases left in stock. This is for test purpose, so you can change the way it communicates. So this is what we are going to create. For this, you first need to have a database. In this example, we are going to use Google Sheet. You can use Airtable or your own database. So I have 2 sheets in this Google Sheet document. One is inventory and one is order placed. So all the cases you have, we put in this file. So you have case ID, you have different phone model which is used for searching the different cases. You have different cases name, type, the pictures, number of quantity available in the stock, initial inventory, how many of it was sold, and then you have orders where you have different order being placed. So the recent order in our demo right now is this MagSafe Roberto Carlos Rio with this phone number. So we ordered 3 quantity. So we're going to utilize this stock Google Sheet in order to get availability and place order. So the first thing we need to do is we need to go to n8n workflow list, go to create workflow, and you see this kind of screens, a blank empty canvas. The first thing you need to do is you need to click on this plus icon, and you can connect it with Telegram, your Instagram, your Facebook, but for this case we're going to use the default n8n chat message. This is a chat trigger. Click on this. You can make it public or use this data. So if you make it public, you can create different initial messages like this: hi, my name is Babis, how can I assist you? Or you can do test 1 as well. So basically this is the first node we are going to create. If you open chat and if you say hi, you can see this node is being run. So if you say hi, so see the green thing with tick mark, it's running, but since this node is not connected to any other node, so nothing happens in the chat. So let's go and connect it with another node. So type AI agent. So this is the heart of this system. So you need to connect. So when you add a node, it automatically connects with the past node. So if you see this AI agent node, it's called tools agent. If you click on this, you can see the input of the AI agent node, which is the output of the chat message node, prompt, and different options. So the first thing you need to understand in this AI agent node is you have three different connections: chat model, memory, and tool. Chat model is where you connect different LLM model, different AI model like OpenAI, DeepSeek, any AI model that you want to use, Gemini, etc. Then you need a memory, because this AI agent node will get an input, send an output. So if you want to know the context of the conversation that you have in chat message, so you need to make this AI understand its context, and memory is what we need to use in order to do this. So any past message that you've sent, it kind of take that into consideration while providing an output. And final one is a tool node, where we connect different tools we want to execute, and this AI agent node will decide based upon your request which tool is appropriate to get informations, and select and run that tool and provide the output. So first, let's go to the chat module and let's connect an OpenAI chat model. For this example, we're gonna use GPT 4.1. That's the latest one from OpenAI. So if you go over here, you have two fields: credential to connect with and model. So if you don't have any kind of connection created for OpenAI, you need to go to create new credentials. There is all the setup information of how to generate your API key. If you need help, again, as I mentioned, I'm going to create a separate video, just comment on it. You get an API key from OpenAI, paste it over here, and that's it. You just hit save and it will work. Since I've already created one, I'm going to utilize that one itself. And once you connect the credentials or select the credentials, all the available models of that API key will be listed. So for this example, I'm going to use GPT 4.1, and that's it, nothing much. You go to the memory node, click on this plus icon, and if you see at the topmost, stores n8n memory, so you know credentials required. Just use this. This is the basic. You can use others as well, but for this example, you're going to use the basic simple one, and it does the jobs. If you see over here, the session key is the from the previous node, the JSON session ID. This kind of differentiate every user's chat messages. So in this case, when we type anything in that chat section, it provides us a unique session ID, and based upon this session ID, the AI agent is going to differentiate. Okay, this is coming from A users, and this is coming from B users, while sending this data. So the context window length is 5. Make it default for now. Then third thing we have to do is, okay, so we have to connect it into different tools. So if you click on this icon and go to Google Sheet, you can see a Google Sheets tool. Click on this, and over here as well, you need to first create your new credentials. What to you can go to your Google consoles and create. You have a document for this. If you go back, you can go to docs and you can see all the tutorials. So I'm not going to help you with that in this video, but if you want to know how to connect, how to create credential for Google Sheets, then let me know. I'm going to create a separate. So you need to just put in client ID and secret and OAuth2 and save it, and it is going to work. So in this case, I already have a Google Sheet account connected, so I'm not going to create a new one. Tools description, just put set automatically, because we're gonna utilize our prompt in AI agent node to define when to call this tool. Let's rename this tool to what we called get stock. And you have a resource sections. You put sit within a document. We are not going to use the whole document. We're going to use, in this case, inventory and the order plus sheet. For this, in the document, you select Apple case stock. This is the name of the document, Apple case stock. And in the sit tab, you click inventory. So if you see, this is the inventory list. We are going to use this. So nothing much, just this. Then if you go to filters, you need to select, because whenever we are getting a message, you know, I want to get phone case for iPhone 14 Pro Max or something like that, we need to send the phone model so that it can respond with appropriate case that is associated with that phone model. So this becomes our query parameter. So select phone model, and in value you don't have to do it. So n8n has this AI capability. If you click this star kind of icon, it will be defined automatically by the model. So what AI agent will do is, from your text message, it will identify which text or which word belongs to the phone model, and it will automatically send. So it's very easy, very simple. Go back to canvas. So if you see, our tool connected model is there already. Okay, now after get stock tool, we're going to use another tool. So click on plus icon and Google Sheet tool. So if you see over here, our another tool is connected. Let's call it place order, rename. Again, I'm going to use the same credential that I used. Tool description set to automatic, resource sit within the document, operations. Since for placing order we need to create or add rows, so we're gonna say append rows. This is going to create a new row in a sheet. So we're gonna utilize the same document, same Google Sheet document, and for order placing we're gonna use order placing tab. So if you see over here, there is order placed, new sheet. So that's what we are going to use. Now if you see, when you click on order place, it provides you a new option, mapping column mode. So you can do map automatically, but for this case we're going to use map each column manually. The reason we're going to use map each column manually is because in your case you may not want to update all the fields. So we're just going to do this icon as we did. So case name, automatically AI will automatically detect that, customer name, phone number, address, and quantity, everything is sent automatically. Now the problem is in the timestamp. If you do this, since the AI model are trained data, so it will probably not have the current time information. So you need to kind of define yourself, and basically you can do this now. So do ISO format. So n8n has this thing called JavaScript function that it can execute. So you don't need to know any JavaScript, just copy this $now to ISO. It will provide you the current date and time of that order. So everything's set. Let's check an option if there is any option we want to be. Nothing. All right, fine. Then we are going to then put a final tool to update stock. Sorry, Google Sheet tool, and let's rename it to update stock. Now the credential again will be same, automatically same. Now this is basically updating the stock. So then an existing row in a set. So you can select update row, and the document will be same. Set will be, we need to update the inventory. So basically what we're doing is every time order is placed, we also need to add a sold item. So if, for example, if this case has been purchased, then we need, and one quantity is purchased, then we need to increase it to 11 and update the quantity as well. So that's what we're doing. So if you select inventory, it will again send, because we are updating row, it will set which column to update. Now you can do it automatically, but again it will have a problem, so you need to do manually. It's fetching column, and first thing we have to do is, since we are updating a row, we need to give them an understanding of which row we want to update. So for that, we need some unique identifier. In our document, you have case ID, which is our unique identifier. So we're going to use case ID to match on. So basically, then we're going to select the same thing. Since we're not updating any other information except quantity available and sold item, we are going to delete all these things: image URL, case type, case name. So we are going to only have case ID that will be used for matching, quantity available, then the number of items sold, and again the updated ISO is basically, you need to go to expiration tab and $now dot $now.2 ISO. So if you do this, then it will update with the latest date and time. Then add option, we don't need to do anything. So that's it. So we've already set up 3 different tools: get stock, place order, and update stock. So these 3 tools will be called. Now if you send a message, AI agent will still not know which tool to connect. So if you go to this AI agent node, nothing is happening. It's getting the session ID, but it doesn't have any prompt. So we need to provide AI agent to understand which tool to collect on what context. So in order to do that, you have to first click an option, and if you see over here, add option, you see system message. So we need to provide some system message to AI as a prompt. The prompt are like more messages that you put in ChatGPT, where it understands what this agent is all about and what are different action point it has to do in order to make it work. So I have a prompt created, ready-made. I'm going to paste that, and if you're there, you can see a small arrow icon. If you click over here, this is my prompt. Let's understand this prompt, what is happening in this prompt. So you are a customer support agent for my Apple case. So it's basically saying this agent is all about customer support. And then we have a tool sections which says different tools that it's connected to. So you have get stock tool, you have place order tool, and you have update stock tool. Now you can use ChatGPT to create this kind of prompts. All right. So a get stock tool will get an input of phone model. So if you ask, do you have case for iPhone 15 Pro Max, then the phone model AI will understand the phone model is iPhone 15 Pro Max, and it will provide iPhone 15 Pro Max as a string. Then once the get stock is called, then we need a certain way of outputting different data from that Google Sheet document. So what we are telling this AI is, when you are getting this data, then get in the format of case ID, case name, quantity available, number of sold, and image URL. Then you have place order. In order to place order, we need some data, and we're telling this will be the input. This should be the input format of the data: the case ID, case name, phone model, customer name, and all the information. And finally, you have this update stock, where we need to provide it with certain information. So we need to first say that we need a case ID because it's the identifier to match this stock, and we need to provide the number of quantity sold and quantity available with sold. Then we are providing it with some instruction. The case ID if sent to place order or update stock must be on one that appears in the same row as the chosen case name from the latest get stock response. So all these prompts. So you can provide some instruction over here. Then there is a section called rules. Begin every rules with welcome message. So if you see, all the message has this welcome to my Apple case. Give some more instructions, like you can speak in English or Roman Nepali. So whatever user customers provides, just call one tool at a time, because otherwise it may simultaneously call multiple tools, and we don't want that scenario. Also provide the image URL. So different kind of rules that you want to create, and of course you can use ChatGPT to generate this rule. Just type I want to generate some rules for AI agent on n8n for this kind of use cases. So you have different rules in the sections. Then you have a workflow. This basically tells this AI agent how our workflow is done. So if you don't know any stock data, then do call get stock. since we are using chat memory, maybe it has this data, but if it doesn't, then it calls get stock. All this instruction, if the quantity available is less than the requested quantity, just send an apology, don't make it in order, don't call and place order. Tools, so all these informations and how we should compute, all these workflows are sent over here. And finally, examples. So this is how I create my AI agent prompts. You have system information, the tools, the rules, workflow, and example, and you can create the one. If you need this, then we're gonna paste it over here. Now AI agent is set up. Let's test this out. So let's save it first. Open chat. Do you have case for iPhone 14 Pro? So if you see over here, our AI agent is calling OpenAI model, and it's understanding that we need to call get stock, and it sends this information. So if you over here go over here, it provides an input with all the information that we provide in system prompt, and it calls get stock tools. If you see over here, it understands that the phone model is iPhone 14 Pro, so it sends that, and it basically provides the response over here. So we've got this same kind of response. So yes, I want to place an order. Now it goes to OpenAI, and basically it now understands that, okay, if we are making a place order, then asks for all the informations like name, full name that we put in prompt. So if you go over here, we've mentioned that we need customer name, phone number, addresses over here, which it will understand. So it asks for that information first. So let's provide full name is Cristiano Ronaldo. Phone number, I don't know phone number of Cristiano Ronaldo. Then delivery address is Lisbon, Portugal, and quantity I want to order is 10. Now if you see again, the AI agent is running, it's calling place order now. Now once it places order, then it updates the stock. So let's see what is happening. So it calls the place order with all the informations, it updates the stock with that. So if you go to the AI agent and if you see orders, then basically it places an order of Cristiano Ronaldo. Now we get a message that welcome to my Apple case. That's the prompt we put. Your order for 10 MagSafe wallet case has been placed successfully. Thank you, Cristiano Ronaldo. We now have 79 cases. So if you see, I think over here at the messages, they have 89 cases in stock, and it's also providing this that now they have 79 cases left. If you need more or want to check out other models, let me know. So let's do one more. Do you have cases for iPhone 14 Pro Max? So now it again checks the stock because this is a new prompt, and see it sends 2 results. Similarly, please let me know which option you want, 1 or 2. Let's call it 1. The first one, I like this teddy bear one. So it asks for all this information. So what I can do is I want to order in same location with same name and address, same and phone number. Order 20 item of this. So let's see if AI agent is going to understand this or not. So it's calling and place order node. So if you see, the quantity is 20, all these quantity is 20, all the informations that we put, it's taking that and it's calling update stock. And if you see over here, this information are provided, and if you see again, a new order has been placed with 20. So this is how you can create a simple support and chat messages using n8n. If you say, let's say, do you have case for Samsung? We don't have a Samsung case. So it says currently we only specialize in case for Apple. See how smart this AI agent is. We've not even sent any prompting information. It automatically understands that we are only selling for Apple products. So if you want to check iPhone case for any special model, please let us. So it asks if you want any model of iPhone, then only we can help, otherwise no. So this is a basic example you can use. I hope it helps. If you need detailed kind of instruction for each tools, or if you want to know how to connect to Google Sheet credentials, OpenAI, or create n8n workflow, then do comment. I'm going to make a separate video out of it. For today, this is it. Thank you. I hope it helps.